The problem with Monkey's content now is, not only is it inferior to the anime review series in every way, it's not even good content by regular standards. So let's talk about that. In painful detail.
Hey Vsauce! Monkey here, and boy howdy do we have a fun one for you today. There's a YouTuber called Das the Sauce Boy, and he recently made a content cop video about me. Now you're probably wondering, Monkey, why the fuck are you even making a video about this? Why even bother responding to the criticism of every random person online? Well, you see, on my Patreon, I used to have a deal where people could pay me $100 to choose a video topic for me to review. That's right. This guy made a video shitting all over me, and then he paid me $100 to review it. And you know what? I'm gonna give him his money's worth. I usually take criticism just fine, but if this guy is gonna call himself the second coming of Content Cop, and then pay me to respond to it, oh buddy, the only way this is gonna end is with one of us in jail. You want a piece of me, Sauce Boy? Let's go, let's do it, mano a mano, fake Content Cop versus Monkey Cop. Boy, if I don't look like a 12-year-old on Halloween more than ever right now. Alright, if this kid is gonna make a content cop about me, then I'm expecting 3 major things from his video. Number 1, thorough research. You've gotta sit down and put in the research necessary to prove you know what you're talking about. 2, valid criticism. I want you to tell me specifically why my content sucks. Am I supposed to be looking here or here at the lens? Is it tripping people out when I look at the wrong screen? I'm more comfortable looking at me in the display lens. This is why my content sucks. That better be one of his points. And 3, high quality roasting. I want you to roast me so hard that I'm ashamed to show my face on social media for the next month. Sauce Boy, if you can pull off those 3 things, then I'll admit defeat. And you will have won the grand battle between Fake Content Cop and Monkey Cop. So, let's dive into his video and see what the Great Value brand Content Cop has to say about me. Oh, so far so good. The video starts off with a 40-second clip of the steampunk fedora gentleman pouring himself a glass of tea. See, normally, when YouTubers add long, boring segments to their videos, it's so they can stretch out the time to add more mid-roll advertisements. But the last time I checked, you've got to have 1,000 subscribers before you can place ads on a video. So I'm gonna have to do some math here. According to my calculations, you just wasted all of our time for no reason. Okay, enough of this dumb shit. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of his argument here. Sauceboy is an old-school Mumkey fan who really loved my 50-episode anime review series, and he's convinced that my channel has sucked ever since it ended. He states that the true Mumkey died with the anime reviews, and now I'm nothing but an imposter. That's his thesis statement, so let's take a look at his points of contention.
Mumkey as he is today is nothing but a desperate man attempting to grasp onto anything that might just give him views. This, paired with him going through the motions via channel updates and monetary videos, makes it seem as if there is simply no rhyme or reason to what or when he will upload content. Except, of course, for his yearly Elliot Rodger extravaganza, which, by the way, if you're actually watching this, Mumkey, that joke got old really fucking quick.
Wow, a brief segment, but so much to unpack here. His first gripe is that I now only create videos because I think they'll get clicks. Essentially, I'm creating clickbait based on popular subjects because I want all of my videos to go viral. Interesting theory, but let's see if it holds up. My videos this year include a 5-part live-action Naruto parody that got almost no views, 5 fan mail videos that got less than 100,000 views, a parody of a Simpsons Apu documentary that nobody has ever heard of, a 3-part series about the cringy videos I made in high school, a documentary about a YouTube channel that hasn't been popular in over 5 years. Yes, Sauceboy! These are truly the videos you would find on the channel of a man who only cares about getting clicks. Sure, some might argue that if I actually cared about getting major views, I would have made videos about Logan Paul versus KSI, or I would have reviewed the latest seasonal anime, or I would have made daily videos shitting on Trump. But you're right, you've got a good point. I definitely produced and uploaded Mumkashi Chronicles Episode 4 because I thought it would be an easy viral hit. Next, he complains that there is no rhyme or reason to what or when I'll upload content. Now, remember when I said he's gonna have to do some in-depth research if he wants to wear the moniker of Content Cop? Well, I think he's slipping up a little bit already. Sauceboy, let me fill you in on a little-known YouTube secret. Every YouTuber has an About page on their channel where they write things about themselves. And on that page, I make it very clear that my channel uploads weekly and that the content I post is generally whatever random idea I had that week. I mean, that shit is even in the channel banner right there. New videos weekly. You don't have any idea what the fuck you're talking about. And we're only on point number 2! And finally, you were upset that my channel specialized in Elliot Rodger analysis, and apparently you were under the impression that all of my Elliot Rodger videos are nothing more than a joke. Which makes sense. My hour-long, completely serious documentary analyzing Elliot Rodger's previously never-before-seen emails was definitely a laugh-per-second comedy intended only as yet another hilarious joke video in my school shooter catalog. Have you watched any of my videos after the anime reviews ended, or are you just reviewing shit you've never clicked on before? Funnily enough, I think we're gonna solve that mystery pretty soon.
When I look at Mumkey's channel, I see someone who will talk about anything for views.
You must have gotten a gold medal for mental gymnastics, because what you just did is fucking crazy. You claim, specifically, when I look at Mumkey's channel, I see someone who will talk about anything for views. But not a single one of the videos you included has a shit ton of views, nor are they clickbait subjects. You're the one who edited the video! Why did you include these as the examples? Asperger getting a makeover is clickbait just to get views? My channel's lore is clickbait just to get views? Our original game show is clickbait just to get views? Is this video satire? Am I being trolled? Because this shit is fucking retarded. Then he goes on to say that my videos after the anime reviews ended are complete garbage and terrible even by average YouTube content standards, and he follows that up with a theory that he calls the iDubbbz effect.
The problem with Monkey's content now is, not only is it inferior to the anime review series in every way, it's not even good content by regular standards. So let's talk about that in painful detail. You see, there's this thing that I like to call the iDubbbz effect. In 2016, iDubbbz was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, YouTubers on this site. His series Content Cop was critically acclaimed and every episode is a work of art. Then he stopped making them and only uploads fan mail videos now. The iDubbbz effect is when a YouTuber makes good content and then stops to make content that they could have never made if they were still a small channel just starting out. You can't get fan mail if you don't have fans.
Does that hit a little too close to home for you, Sauce Boy? You're getting a little bit triggered by other content creators having fans who send them mail?
And how do you get fans? You make good content. This string of events eventually leads to YouTube retirement, where you just keep your fame by feeding yourself content via your own fame. It's a constant cycle of regurgitating your own existence as a means of satiating your audience. And I'm gonna give you two fucking guesses if Monkey stooped to the low of this style of content when he ended his Monkey anime review series. Monkey's Mailbag is a blatant ripoff of iDubbbz's series, fully equipped with racist green screens in the background.
Now, I don't know a whole lot about iDubbbz, so I'm not gonna speak for him, but let's examine whether or not I fall under the iDubbbz effect that you've coined. According to Sauce Boy, I made some really amazing videos with my anime review series, and then when I got popular, I stopped making really good videos and instead started making lazy videos that only somebody with a lot of fans could make, with him specifically citing the Monkey's Mailbag videos. Now, Sauce Boy, I think this is gonna probably really embarrass you, but I think we caught you neglecting to do basic research again. The Monkey's anime review series ended on March 27th, 2017. The Monkey's Mailbag series began on June 29th, 2016. Around the time episode 22 of the anime review series came out. Monkey's Mailbag was not a product of me becoming lazy after the anime reviews ended and cashing in on its success, because the two shows were running concurrently. The anime review series was a narrative-driven show, and the narrative came to an end at episode 50. However, Monkey's Mailbag is not an independently narrative-driven show, so it will not end until I run out of fan mail. Now, I know as a big anime fan, this concept of shows coming to a narrative end might be a bit complicated for you to understand, but not everything has to be One Piece and Boruto. Sometimes stories come to an end so that new ones can begin. I would highly recommend taking a refresher course in preschool level story time to really get this concept explained to you in a way congruent with your obvious mental limitations.
But that's not all. There's also what I like to call, I don't feel like making a video this week, so I'm just gonna record something that has to do with me and my friends, so that way I'll only have to come up with enough good jokes to fit my ratio to how much of the group I make up.
I'm sorry, everybody. I had to go on an emergency beer refill. And now it's very dark in here. So we will do this by the warm, gentle glow of my computer screen. And I don't remember where we left off. Oh boy, okay. So first, you were triggered by me having fans. And now, you're triggered by me having friends. Sauce Boy, I understand that jealousy and loneliness can be tough things to grapple with, but you don't gotta take it out on your favorite YouTuber. There are plenty of counselors and therapists and nooses out there. that you can use to help alleviate these troubles that you're having.
Monkey's friends, Rusty Cage and Asperger, are ugly, meth addict, shitty side characters from Always Sunny in Philadelphia looking motherfuckers.
You know what? For the first time in this video, I actually have no problem with what you just said. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. But I did say at the beginning of this video that I want some top-tier roasting if this is truly a content cop, but I meant top-tier roasting against me. Roasting Asperger is easy and it doesn't count. You're supposed to be roasting me. Where are all the jokes saying that I don't need a monkey mask because I was born with one for a head? Come on, roast me!
The simple fact is that it doesn't matter how good this content may or may not be. It's the style of content that is simply not acceptable. The only form of original, quality content he makes at this point is his Declassified Guide series. And that hasn't seen an installment that doesn't involve Elliot Rodger in 4 fucking months.
Uh-oh. Sauce Boy, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Time and time again, you're going out of your way to prove you don't know what you're talking about. His claim is that I haven't had a survival guide episode that didn't include Elliot Rodger in 4 months. But here's the problem. The video he is referring to is the Retribution Survival Guide, which does include Elliot Rodger in the thumbnail, but the contents of the video doesn't include Elliot Rodger whatsoever. It isn't about him, he isn't mentioned once, I just included him in the thumbnail because he's the face of Retribution. You would have known this if you actually watched the Retribution Survival Guide, but because you hate my Elliot Rodger videos so much, you didn't bother to click on it. You just reviewed a video that you never, ever clicked on. You're expecting me to accept your criticism on videos you never even watched! You bring great shame to the concept of a content cop. You're barely even a content cockroach. Now in this next part, he's going to explain specifically what he liked about the anime review series that he isn't getting from my new videos. And this is where I think the definition of nostalgia goggles comes from.
I think it's time to explain what makes Monkey's anime review such a special piece of YouTube content to me. And it all starts with that sweet first episode. From the very beginning, Monkey established himself as a masterful commentator. Ironic anime reviews weren't rare in 2016, but Monkey's style and approach to this form of content is what made this series so special.
Okay, so this is the part where things get super embarrassing for both Sauce Boy and myself. He states, from the very beginning, from the very first episode, I revealed myself to be a masterful commentator in the genre of ironic anime reviews with a special style and approach. So now, unfortunately, I have to show you the very first episode of Monkey's anime reviews that he seems to be so fond of. I want to apologize in advance. He has me between a rock and a hard place here, and thankfully it's less than 2 minutes long, so let's just get through this.
Girls Bravo is the pinnacle of Japanese animation and is tied with The Walking Dead as my favorite television program of all time. It is the heartwarming story of Yukinari Sasaki, an introverted teenage boy who has an extreme fear of the opposite sex, and Miyaharu Kanaka, the girl from another world who helps him overcome this fear. Girls Bravo is the ultimate fish-out-of-water story. Miyaharu comes from a land inhabited primarily by women, where concepts like sexual promiscuity and shame do not exist. She is transported through Yukinari's bathtub into our world, specifically in Japan. Thanks to Miharu's unique perception on life, the show essentially becomes a highbrow satire of Japanese culture, human views on sexuality, and society's bizarre discomfort with sex in the media but love of violence. While most shows would use this premise to make easy, childish sex jokes, Girls Bravo instead takes advantage of its uncommon premise in order to shed light on subjects that no other piece of media has ever touched upon. Girls Bravo is a show with many layers of philosophy, humor, character relationships, and heart. And while on the outside the show may appear to be a senseless, sophomoric harem anime, the show is actually anything but. Girls Bravo is perhaps the ultimate example of don't judge a book by its cover. After binging through all 24 episodes, you'll be saying bravo every time. I give Girls Bravo a score of 98 out of 100.
So now I think we're all on the same page here. That video was just unironically described by Sauceboy as being a masterful commentary in the realm of parody anime review, presented in a special stylized format. I mean, I appreciate that he liked it so much, but when I compare something like that to the videos I'm making today, I see nothing but growth. I see that I've gotten much better at audio editing, delivery, video editing, comedy, and if he's not watching that video with nostalgia goggles, and he genuinely thinks that's better than all of the videos I've made this last year, then I think you, Sauceboy, objectively have shit taste. If that's what you consider to be masterful content, then you're the personification of Opposite Day. And all the criticism you've given me in this video is actually high praise, because clearly, the opposite of whatever you have to say is the truth. Now, for his final arguments of the video. He says he doesn't like the aesthetic nor the lack of coziness of my new videos, and he gives a few examples.
The production value, settings, and hilarity of everything really gave you a cozy vibe. It's something that's hard to describe, but it's like you were a part of an adventure, and you never knew what was going to happen next. To explain what I mean, I'll give you a couple more examples. Pan Pizza is a YouTuber that understands the definition of the word aesthetic. Notice how all the scenes in which he shows the fictional setting of his review show are darkly lit, and only feature the main character. The same can be said for Quentin Reviews. In his prime, Quentin Reviews talked about all kinds of random nostalgic cartoons and movies in his basement. In my mind, there is no cozier setting than a wood-paneled, all-American basement.
I think this video is a really interesting character study into what really jives with Sauceboy in terms of good YouTube content. As we just learned, he likes people reviewing things in the dark. He appreciates comfy aesthetics. As mentioned earlier, he hates YouTubers with success, and he also hates it when YouTubers have friends. Now, unfortunately, according to Sauceboy, I am no longer a YouTuber who falls under those categories. Now I'm just wondering, where can we find a YouTube reviewer who has no success, has no friends, sits in the dark, and has comfy aesthetics? And honestly, it'd be nice if this imaginary YouTuber were to review my channel. Because Sauceboy, I've gotta say, your review just isn't cutting it. Oh wait, what's this? I was just randomly browsing YouTube, and I came across this channel called Jeremiah the Gamer 8920. And look, he even did a review of my YouTube channel. Could this be the reviewer of legend that Sauceboy has been talking about?
Hi everyone. Today, I'm going to look at the YouTube channel called Monkey Jones. Even though I'm subscribed, I'll do a unbiased review.
Well, let's see. He's got less than 10 subscribers, so he's definitely not successful. He's the only person on screen, so the video isn't being bogged down with friends. He's filming in the dark, which is great aesthetics, and if you listen closely, his parents are yelling in the background while he films his review. And god damn it, there is nothing comfier than having your parents yell in the other room while you're a 10-year-old kid browsing the internet on an iPad. I can't believe it! We might have just found the perfect YouTuber. But the question is his review of my channel a better content cop than Sauce Boy's review? Let's take a look. We're looking for research, criticism, and roasting. If this includes any of these at all, we're looking at the true second coming of Content Cop.
Even though I'm subscribed, I'll do a unbiased review. So let's look at his about info.
Hold the fuck up. Did he just go to my about page on YouTube? What? Only the greatest reviewer masters know about that. How the fuck did Jeremiah the Gamer crack the code? How did he know to go check out the about page to get basic information about the channel?
My name is Monkey Jones, and I am creating videos for awareness. Because now that statement right there sounds, to be frank, sounds edgy. So, yep, that means this is probably an edgy channel. And considering the content that he's subscribed to himself, meaning it could be said that he's kind of arrogant.
Arrogant? He's hitting me with a roast and a criticism right off the bat. I'm too arrogant, he says. Maybe he's right.
Considering this and how respectable he can be, I give his personality with his content an overall 7 out of 10.
He gave my personality a 7 out of 10! He's not even fucking reviewing the channel or the videos. He gave my personality a score out of 10. This kid is fucking ruthless.
He doesn't post that often, and also, overall, his content is mainly kind of stale a little, so...
See, well, more valid criticism. He's saying I don't post often enough. Perhaps for him, once a week is not enough. It's a valid opinion to have, and he also thinks that my content is stale. We need these criticisms. That's the whole point of a content cop. You need to put in these funny criticisms. Sauce Boy, I hope you're taking notes from this kid.
Trying to make entertaining videos for edgy people. So, considering this, it can be said that he is pretty respectable and does have good analysis and critical thinking. So, with this in mind, he gets a 6 out of 10.
Wait! How did I lose a point? I went from 7 to 6? He said, he went off about how my content's respectable and I lost a fucking point. This is fucking bullshit.
His audience is mainly edgy, and he does make fun of his own audience, meaning he'll go against his own audience just for funny purposes, which I can respect if you do have a toxic fan base and are doing something about it. So his fan base overall gets a 5 out of 10.
You see, Jeremiah the Gamer is so ruthless. He's not only reviewing my personality and my channel, but he's reviewing you all at home. And you guys are officially now a 5 out of 10 fan base. That's how you do it. This kid is doing it right. You 5 out of 10 fuckwads. Get off my video. You're toxic. You're all toxic. All right, folks, here's the best part of the whole video. If we scroll down to the comments section, we'll see Nexus MOC telling Jeremiah the Gamer that he's too young to be watching Mumkey, to which Jeremiah replies, I learned 3D shapes when I was 3 years old. I learned fast. Now this kid is fucking funny. Sauce Boy, you opened up your video with a 2-minute comedy sketch and I didn't even crack a smile. But this kid got me laughing with just one comment. He beat you at your own game, and he didn't even know he was playing. So now we've arrived at the end of this epic battle between fake content cop and monkey cop. But ultimately, it's not up to me to decide who won. We have to turn it over to a jury of our peers, which is all of you. Now, typically, when iDubbbz does a content cop, the culprit is punished by losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But in this case, Sauceboy doesn't have any subs to lose. Which is why I would like to offer a different punishment. I would like to destroy by means of construction. When people pay me to review their YouTube channels, it's because they want more subscribers. They want to grow their channels. So I think it would be really, really funny if we got Jeremiah the Gamer more subscribers than Sauceboy. Jeremiah made a better content cop, he's funnier, his aesthetics are better, and frankly, I can't think of a better fuck you to Sauceboy than for Jeremiah to explode in popularity compared to him. So it's up to all of you watching to decide who wins this battle. Let's get Jeremiah's channel to more subscribers than Sauceboy's. I'm serious, I want this to happen more than anything else in my life. I've got a link to Jeremiah's channel down in the description. Let's do it! Sauceboy, I'm sure you had a lot of fun playing police officer today. But it's time to put the toys away and go to bed. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to the biggest video I've had in a long time. As always, I would like to thank my patrons who support the work that I do here. You can see all their names right there on screen, and if you would like to join them and help support my show, I have a link to my Patreon down in the description, as well as a link to Jeremiah the Gamer's YouTube channel, which you should definitely go subscribe to. I'm serious, folks! Make it happen! Or at least give me $2 on Patreon. Either way, I'm very happy. I'll see you next time.